Shedeur's making progress in practice. So we're going to continue to work with both of these guys. So as you can see, basically, Kevin Stefanski is kind of in a situation here.
4 weeks, the staff is going to tell him, Shedeur's not ready, Shedeur's not ready. My guess is they go 0-4, maybe they go 1-3.
Shedeur Sanders has shocked the entire Cleveland coaching staff in a way no one saw coming. During a recent training session, where tensions were already high, Sanders openly mocked the coaching staff for not giving him his due first-team reps. Instead of sulking or getting frustrated, Shedeur stayed calm and collected. While the staff expected him to fall in line, he chose to dance. Yes, dance. It wasn't just a playful moment, it was a statement. He was mocking the coaches, showing them that they couldn't push him around so easily. And let's be honest, he was absolutely right. Sanders proved that he's not just another player trying to fit in. He's someone who knows his worth and isn't afraid to show it, even if it means challenging authority in the process. This moment has left the Cleveland staff stunned, and now the question is, what's next for Shedeur Sanders in Cleveland?
No. I mean, with a young quarterback with Dylan starting, you want to make sure he gets a lot of the reps.
The entire controversy escalated after Kevin Stefanski's recent press conference, where he made it abundantly clear that Shedeur Sanders wouldn't be seeing any action with the first team. Stefanski drew a parallel to when Joe Flacco was the starting quarterback, asserting that Sanders, despite being the backup, wouldn't even be given a shot at first-team reps. With Dylan's position already in jeopardy, one injury could have quickly thrust Shedeur into a starting role. But Stefanski's refusal to even entertain that possibility spoke volumes. It wasn't just a football decision. It was Stefanski's way of signaling that he was ready to move on from Sanders. However, what Stefanski failed to grasp is that Shedeur isn't someone who can simply be pushed out of the team. But things didn't unfold the way the Browns had hoped. As the situation progressed, the team found itself under intense scrutiny, with fans and analysts alike questioning Stefanski's decision to push Shedeur Sanders out of the picture. Stefanski came under increasing criticism for sticking with Dylan as the only quarterback getting first-team reps. What raised even more concerns was his choice to move on from two seasoned quarterbacks, leaving a rookie as the backup. Despite the obvious risk of Dylan getting injured, Stefanski stood firm in his decision to deny Shedeur any legitimate shot.
I thought it got weirder when you let go of the first two guys. Well, you traded the first two guys that you had. All right, but giving Dylan Gabriel the first team reps, really? We're just looking for reason.
The backlash against Stefanski's decision to push Shedeur Sanders out came fast and furious, with critics piling on from all sides, including former NFL star Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Ochocinco didn't hold back, calling Stefanski's strategy nonsense. He argued that Stefanski should take a page from the playbook used when Dylan Gabriel was the backup behind Joe Flacco, insisting that Shedeur deserved at least a few reps with the first team. According to Ochocinco, the situation should have been handled in a similar way to previous instances, stressing that giving Sanders a fair opportunity was the only logical course of action.
Hell nah, you know that ain't normal protocol. You should be doing the same exact thing you were doing with Joe Flacco and Dylan Gabriel. Now, if Dylan Gabriel is starting, you should be doing the same thing you were doing with Dylan Gabriel and Joe Flacco with goddamn Shedeur.
As tensions reached a breaking point, Browns quarterback coach Bill Musgrave had to step in and publicly defend Stefanski's decision, claiming that Dylan Gabriel was the superior quarterback over Shedeur Sanders. When asked about Stefanski's choice to have Dylan take all the first-team reps, Musgrave didn't hesitate. He made it clear that Shedeur Sanders was more than capable of handling any challenge, whether it meant facing the first-team defense or playing with the second string. Musgrave stressed that Shedeur's mindset and progress had already proven he could compete at the highest level.
He's doing a better job of communicating and making sure his teammates are all in sync, both in the huddle and at the line of scrimmage. So I think just the natural progression is taking place.
Shedeur finally got his major breakthrough when the debate about his potential trade reached the ears of Jimmy Haslam. Haslam quickly intervened to set the record straight, making it clear that the Browns would not be trading Shedeur Sanders, no matter the circumstances. Reports soon emerged that Haslam had a direct conversation with Stefanski, where he emphasized that 3 games were far too few to definitively decide that Dylan Gabriel was the starting quarterback. Haslam went a step further, insisting that Shedeur remain with the team, highlighting the progress he had already shown. Essentially, Haslam made it known that he wasn't ready to part ways with Sanders, refusing to buy into the narrative that Shedeur wasn't ready to make an impact. Shedeur Sanders grew increasingly confident, realizing that no matter what the Browns coaching staff tried, whether it was blocking him from first-team reps or attempting to trade him, they couldn't remove him because of his undeniable star power and exceptional talent. This newfound confidence was the driving force behind his actions during training, where he danced, sending a clear message to everyone. He wasn't worried. He was showing them that their attempts to push him out were nothing more than desperate efforts, all of which ultimately proved futile. But now, things have taken an unexpected turn. The Browns have reported that Shedeur Sanders is dealing with muscle tightness. It's clear to many that this is just another attempt to keep him off the field, with rumors circulating that the team is once again not being truthful. According to an insider, Shedeur Sanders will be listed as questionable due to a back injury for the upcoming game against the Patriots. In the meantime, Bailey Zappi is set to be elevated from the practice squad to fill in, according to sources. The situation surrounding Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns has unfolded into one of the most talked-about stories in the NFL this season. What began as a simple debate over first-team reps quickly escalated into a full-blown controversy, with head coach Kevin Stefanski's decision to keep Sanders off the field sparking intense backlash from fans, analysts, and former players alike. Shedeur's calm yet confident response, highlighted by his infamous dancing during practice, only fueled the fire, signaling to everyone that he wasn't going to be pushed around. Despite the growing tensions, Shedeur's star power and undeniable talent became clear when team owner Jimmy Haslam stepped in to prevent any trade rumors from coming to fruition. Haslam's support sent a strong message, making it clear that Sanders wasn't going anywhere, and Stefanski's decision to stick with Dillon Gabriel was being questioned even further. Still, the Browns coaching staff remained firm in their stance, fueling the belief that they were more interested in controlling the narrative than giving Shedeur a fair shot. Now, as Shedeur is reported to have a muscle tightness and is listed as questionable for the upcoming game against the Patriots, many are skeptical. The timing of this injury raises doubts, with some questioning whether it's another strategic move to keep him off the field. While Bailey Zappi is elevated from the practice squad as a backup, the question remains, is this a genuine injury? Or is it yet another attempt to sideline Shedeur Sanders, who's proven time and again that he's more than capable of competing at the highest level? As the drama continues to unfold, one thing is certain. Shedeur Sanders is far from being pushed out of the spotlight, and the Browns may soon realize that their efforts to control him are futile. The battle for Shedeur's rightful place on this team is far from over. So, what do you think? Was Shedeur Sanders really injured? Or is this just another excuse to keep him sidelined? Do you believe the Browns are truly making the right call by sticking with Dillon Gabriel? Or are they risking a major mistake by not giving Sanders a fair shot? How much longer can the coaching staff continue to downplay Shedeur's talent and star power before it backfires? And with Jimmy Haslam stepping in to back Sanders, do you think this will finally change the dynamic within the team? Or is it too little, too late? Let us know your thoughts. How do you see this playing out for Shedeur and the Browns moving forward?